We've been a leader in banking for more than 100 years. You'll find us here, at home, on your phone, and everywhere you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Hello and welcome to Daily Journal Newsbreak for Tuesday, April 18th. I'm your host, Chris Kiefer. Remember, you can catch Newsbreak each weekday at 7 a.m. Watch us at djournal.com, Facebook, YouTube, or the Daily Journal's mobile apps for Apple and Android devices. And let's start with your Weather Underground forecast. Lots of rain in the forecast the next couple of days. Today, chance for a thunderstorm, high of 81 and low of 61 with a 60% chance of rain. Looking ahead, Wednesday, another chance of a thunderstorm, high of 83 and a low of 61 with a 40% chance of rain. Thursday is clear, high of 87, low of 63 and a 10% chance of rain. And Friday, that chance for a thunderstorm is back, high of 83 and a low of 61, 80% chance of rain. Let's take a look now at the top headlines. Local school district leaders say they expect low rates of teacher turnover and fewer job openings this year. Superintendents are now beginning to get an idea of how many positions they will need to fill for next school year and of how many teachers or other staff members will retire. Lee County Superintendent Jimmy Weeks said the district's teacher turnover rate has hovered around 19% for certified staff for the past 3 years. He expects this year's rate to be similar. Tupelo Superintendent Gerald Loden said his district typically has a small number of openings each year. That number has been further reduced by staff cuts due to attrition. Perhaps the most anticipated hire Tupelo will make will be the person to replace Jason Harris as principal of Tupelo High School. Harris was recently named superintendent of Columbia Schools. Loden said he hopes to have that hire made by the end of May. Officials hope the state crime lab will be able to determine the age and sex of human remains found east of Saltillo on Saturday evening. The remains were discovered off a field road off County Road 2350 around 6 p.m. Saturday night. Lee County Sheriff Jim Johnson said the remains were sent to the state crime lab Sunday afternoon. Johnson said they discovered about 50% of the remains, along with other key items related to the body. He said he feels positive the state crime lab will be able to give more details about the victim. Johnson estimated the body had been there for more than a month, but less than a year. Officials are still questioning area law enforcement agencies about possible missing persons. Currently, there are no missing persons from Lee, Etowamba, or Prentiss counties. Anyone with information can call the Lee County Sheriff's Office at 841-9040. Lee County may have fewer voting precincts in the near future. Circuit Clerk Camille Roberts and the county's election commissioners presented a plan on Monday that would reduce the number of precincts from 38 to 26. That's a minor change from a plan Roberts presented in June that would have eliminated 13 precincts. Roberts said the consolidation would save the county money on multiple fronts. The county's ballot scanners are more than 20 years old and are increasingly difficult to repair. New machines will cost about $5,000 each, and consolidation could reduce the number the county would have to buy. It would also reduce the number of poll workers needed during elections and provide the county with further savings. The plan still must be approved by supervisors. And in sports, Kossuth head basketball coach Joe Dan Roberts is leaving to take the same position at Blue Mountain High School. Roberts said his decision was motivated by a desire to work closer to family. Roberts lives in New Albany and had around a 50-minute commute each day to and from Kossuth. He said the prospect of cutting the drive down to about 15 to 20 minutes was too good of an opportunity to pass up. Roberts spent the last 2 seasons coaching the boys team at Kossuth and had a 29-30 record. He began his career at Pine Grove before making the move to Kossuth. Roberts said he has nothing but great things to say about Kossuth and that he will miss his co-workers, administration, and kids. Blue Mountain is coming off an 0-20 season and went 0-10 in division play. And that does it for today's episode of Newsbreak. We remind you that each story we discussed can be found in your daily journal or online at djournal.com, where you can also find a new episode of Newsbreak each weekday at 7 a.m. Thank you for joining us. I'm Chris Kiefer. Have a great Tuesday.